Now let's make breakfast, and for today's breakfast we'll be having some bacon, eggs and bread. Okay, so to prepare my bacon, I like to actually wash the bacons first. Obviously that's like one thing you have to do. Now I'm just showing you guys my washed bacon, and then the next thing you want to do is to transfer them into a pan. If you have a bigger and wider pan, then you can just spread them out one by one like I'm doing, but if you do not, just pour them in there. I ended up pouring everything. Okay, so yeah, I'm just trying to arrange it, but then the sense not great work, so I just will pour everything inside the pan. Okay, now once that is done, you want to add some water to this. You actually want to pour enough water that would cover the bacon and just be almost at the same level as the bacon. That's actually what I'm showing you guys. Okay, so yeah, you want to make sure that the water covers the bacon, but then it's almost at the same level. All right, now you want to cover this and cook on medium heat. Let this boil. Okay, alright guys, this is boiling as you can see. So what I'm trying to do is to flip it to the other side, just so that each side cooks properly. Okay, so you just want to flip until you're sure that you've completely flipped everything. Okay, alright guys, as you can see, the water is drying out nicely, and the aim is to actually let this water dry out in the pan. So you have to stir from time to time just to make sure it doesn't burn, because the bacon is going to begin to stick to the pan, so you want to stir that until the water dries out. Now that the water is completely dry, I'm just going to add some onion powder to this. Next, I'll be adding some suya pepper, but you can go ahead to add any pepper of your choice. Okay, now we're just going to stir all of that up just to make sure that the bacon is fully coated with the pepper and the onion powder. Okay, now in a clean pan, I'm just going to add some vegetable oil to this because I want to pan sear the bacon. So I'm just trying to make sure that the oil just coats the pan properly. I actually used a cooking brush for this. Now you just want to layer your bacon onto the pan. Just make sure there's space for each one of them to cook, so take your time. Okay, we're just going to let this cook on each side. Once this browns up a bit, we flip to the other side until it's fully cooked. Alright guys, my bacon is completely cooked. I love how brown it is, so all I'm doing is take it out of the fire. Now still in the same pan, I'm just going to add onions, peppers and tomatoes because we're about to make our egg sauce. Alright, now into this, I'm just going to pour in my eggs. Now these eggs have already been seasoned properly. I'm basically just stirring everything in just so that the tomato sauce and the eggs can just marry themselves properly. And of course, I'm going to let this brown up a bit, just the way I like my eggs. So feel free to fry your eggs to your taste. All right. Now to plate this, I'm just going to put 2 slices of bread because this is what I'm having for breakfast. Okay, some eggs, of course. You guys know I struggle with plating, but yes, I just have my eggs on top of my bread, and I'm just going to decorate this with my bacon. Okay guys, I really enjoyed this particular meal. Let me know if you're going to try it out. Okay, trust me guys, this meal was absolutely delicious. Like, you have to try it, and make sure to toast your bread. That's the secret.